Well, welcome. As many of you saw that we were just over at Caffeine and Conversations on Facebook Live and weren't able to make everything work. So we've pivoted just as anything can happen. And I think this is just a testament of, hey, whenever we're living in this new world of the virtual world, you're going to run into issues. You're going to run into problems. Yes, there's going to be the initial panic that you have of, oh no. And some of you might use other words other than, oh no. But you know what? It's going to happen. Ask for forgiveness. So I'm going to ask, please forgive us for having the technical difficulties. We found another platform to be able to do this here. And I am thrilled to be able to bring this interview to you. Carmen and I were able to talk with Pete and a few just last week and just be able to touch base on what's going on in her business and really look at her journey up until COVID, as well as since then, and then even since Empower. So Carmen, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Thank you for agreeing to do this and getting through the technical difficulties with us. So let's just go ahead and, well, first of all, I want to prove to everyone we just came from Caffeine and Conversations. It literally just jumped over. I still have my caffeine. And Carmen, I just share briefly, or as long as you would like, what does your True Aura journey look like? How long have you been part of the True Aura family? What kind of sparked your interest? Maybe some of your favorite products, and then also just what COVID has done for your towards your business as well.
Sure. Okay, I'll start at the beginning. I actually I joined on from the beginning with True Aura. Pam had asked me to go with her the December before we launched to test the new products and hear from Rick and Gary. And I was really excited about what they were sharing because it fit in with what I was looking for my family and my lifestyle, which was cleaner products for all of us within my home, and obviously the makeup as well. So I was excited to hear that was where they were going towards. And then the probiotic piece was all new and exciting too. I have a ton of friends that are taking probiotics and familiar with that. So I knew I could definitely share with them. I started right from the get-go, had good success from the beginning because I really did find this was what so many of my peers and people in my circle were looking for. And just kept sharing what I had and sort of, found a couple ladies to get started with me, and we were having fun doing it together. And yeah, it's just been a really good journey so far, and I've seen success, as I keep. Pam Driesinga is my upline, and she's amazing at helping me set goals and reach those goals every month and continue to look towards the future. What's next? What do I want to accomplish next? So obviously growing a team is very high on my list, and that's what I've been focusing on this year, really.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing. Okay, so let's jump into the goals first. And initially, whenever you first joined, what was your initial goal? If you can remember back of, was it an income? Was it a connecting? Or what was that initial goal? And how did you define success?
Good question. The initial goal was really to be a part of something and to hopefully make a little bit of income. Okay. And I believe it was within 2 or 3 months, and I was selling over 1,000 every month and getting a nice little extra check in my, back office hyper wallet. So that was exciting to see the immediate paycheck. And I really had no big desire to grow a team at that point. It was just simply to kind of supplement my family's budget. But Pam saw leadership qualities, and she's really kind of guided me and directed me in that area and encouraged me. And I think that's what we all need. So it was really helpful to have her continually speak into my life and encourage me to, share it with more women who are looking for something like this. And I also joined at a time where I just started homeschooling my 3 kids. And so something I didn't even know I needed was connections with other women and adults. And this really provided that for me. And it was so just amazing to see how that happened in my life at just the right time to give me connections with other women. That's really become my passion now, is just connecting with women, sharing healthy solutions, and helping them gain confidence in their own skin and in the products that they're using. So it's really kind of changed from a sales focus to now more of a relationship driven business.
Well, I think that's great. That almost like that forced adult interaction. As many moms as that I've worked with, is you're usually the first to burden the feelings of the family and kind of put your needs aside. But that forced adult interaction and building a sense of community really is an encouragement. And obviously, it's working. So what I love that you shared there is that, and this is a message for leaders out there that might have someone very much like Carmen, that Pam reached out to you, and she reached out to you and said, I see some leadership qualities in you. From what I understand about people, there's usually some pushback there of going like, nope, not interested. And from your smile, I can tell you're probably similar. So what was it that really intrigued you about becoming a leader, or at least just expanding your impact to the sponsoring side?
I would say she was very consistent in a loving way, where she just constantly reminded me, this is what I see in you. You're so good at this. Just speaking specifically over the traits and qualities that she saw in me. And then I did have a good friend join on with me right in the beginning, and we did a lot of our business together, everything, our lives, our beauty breaks, everything we did together. And that was fun. It was a lot of fun to have somebody doing it with you, sharing ideas, kind of bouncing ideas off each other. And I think that really fostered the thought that, well, if it's so much fun with her, it's going to be more fun with more women. And just finding the people that fit into our team and that need something like we have to offer. So, it was fun doing it with the one, and we just kind of slowly have grown from there. So
I love that. It's almost an organic, intentional way of growing a team and understanding that that there's when you're building out a business, and that's what you're really doing. It's the SWOT analysis of your own team and business of, hey, what are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that are going to approach, and what characteristics and qualities are going to build into that team. As I shared on a couple Caffeine and conversations ago, who do you want to do more life with? And then ask them to do more life with you, because a big part of it is our work and where we earn an income. And so it's almost that simple of saying, I want to do more life with you. So will you come do some of that? And it can really be a joy. So as you start to build a team, what are some of those characteristics or qualities that you feel you've developed in being a leader? That maybe were dormant inside of you, or maybe that you had to develop and that you're enjoying?
First and foremost would be belief in myself. Sort of getting over the limiting beliefs of, I don't have training for that, or I couldn't time manage more people on my team, or I don't know, just not being willing to really share it with others, getting over this whole self-doubt and just saying, we'll do it together. We'll learn it together. We'll think of new ideas together. I don't have to be, all knowledgeable. I think that, is intimidating to so many people. So just saying, hey, I'll come alongside you and we'll get your business started together. Acknowledging that has been good. And we've gone through, as a team with Pam, we've gone through different exercises that sort of help you identify those limiting beliefs. What am I believing, and what am I going to change that new belief into something positive? So that's helpful too, just to say, I know this is a place where I say, oh, I make excuses for talking to people about the business opportunity. And instead of making excuses, why don't I try letting them decide if they want to do it or not? So
yeah, it truly is. It's one of those, we're more in the communication business, not the conversion business. Like I can't convert you into being a consultant, but I can share with you what it's done in my life. And it truly is, it is just about sharing with people how it's impacted you. And I think and I love how you shared, you don't have to have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
I think the preconceived notion that most people that haven't dipped their toe into sponsoring is, I don't have the answers yet.
Right.
So how,
I that with a couple of my own teammates,
yeah, how do
they
you become that?
worry, right. They worry that they're going to have to do so much if they bring someone on. And it's really, just sharing, I think, your own organic experiences with your business. What's worked for you? What hasn't worked for you? Stepping alongside them to do a launch event is a huge help, and is one way that I'm helping, new teammates come on and get started right away, is just showing them how to share with someone in person so they can do it with a group or a one-on-one. And then just, I'm always encouraging them that, hey, if you don't know something, go up the line of chain of command. I'll answer it if I can. If I can't, we'll talk to Pam and she'll answer it. It's really a team effort. And, I think acknowledging that we don't know everything definitely makes it more approachable for someone new.
I think that's wonderful. It's more of it takes a village to raise a consultant, I guess. You mentioned launch parties. You've mentioned a few other things that I want to circle back to in a minute. And so I know some of you are going, tell me more about the launch party. We're going to circle back to that. But since Empower, we've had a few things, few different things that have launched. And on the sponsoring cycle and what that looks like, you've taken advantage of that, and you've brought on a new consultant since then that's done very well. Share a little bit about her, how you know her, what you saw in her, what the conversation looked like, all of those things.
Okay, all right. So since Empower, I was really excited about the enhancements to the consultant program, but also to the TLCs, and I felt like one built on the other, actually, especially helping Jen launch her business, my new consultant. I knew Jen from way back. Her and I had mutual friends out of high school and on. Our circles don't overlap a lot, but she wanted to try Truora back in 2018, so when we launched. And she bought the Core 4 and used that. And then after a bit, I checked back in with her, and she said, well, I really like it, but I'm joining another direct sales company and they have a skincare line, and I'm just going to use that since I get a discount. So of course I was disappointed to lose a client like that, but sort of just lost touch with her over time for a little while, and then bumped into her, still Facebook friends, social media friends, that kind of thing. Bumped into her on the water this summer. She boats and we boat. And she asked me all kinds of businessy questions about Truora. Isn't it fun to be something like ground floor like that? Isn't that really fun? And I said, yeah, it's exciting and still feels that way, And then she was asking about how we get paid. And she was asking or just commenting on the success that she's seen me have. And just had a really fun conversation with her. And so we parted ways later that day. And from that day on, there was a few days where I'm like, God kept bringing her to mind. Like, you should talk to her. You should talk to her. Don't ask me why I didn't when we were on the boat. It makes no sense. Probably those limiting beliefs, right? So a few days passed and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to reach out to her. And so I just sent her a Facebook message, and I was honest. I said, Jen, I keep thinking about you. Your fun, loving personality and all those friends and connections you have would make you so successful at what I do. I would love to have a conversation with you about looking at the business side of Truora for yourself. And she shot a message right back to me, probably within minutes. And she just said, that's so funny you reached out to me today. I was trying to recruit someone for your company, because she had a friend that was interested in direct sales, and she wanted her to look at Truora because she knew the business side I was having success and it's growing, and she knew all that. So I said, well, I'm interested in you becoming part of my team. And she's like, well, I'd be interested in more information. So I invited her to a private group that I have that just lays out the basic question and answers about the business. So how do you make money? How often do you get paid? How do I work my business? How much time is it going to take? You know, just those basic questions that everybody sort of has when they're curious. So she spent part of the afternoon, you know, I gave her the link to that. She was, I don't know, took time and looked through it in the afternoon. And that evening she messaged me back. That really answered a lot of my questions. I'm really excited. Ever since I tried your products in 2018, I knew they were better than anything else I had tried. And she even joined another direct sales business. So she knew it was quality products, and she was like, I just think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to sign on. And she did. So it was literally like maybe 3 or 4 hours from when I reached out to her to when she joined. And she says to me, you know, I'm just curious, why did it take you this long to ask me? And I was like, oh, duh. Oh, I don't know, Jen. I don't know.
Well,
So,
there is so much to unpack there. What I love is that that you almost that you kept her on your list, even though she kind of went a different direction. You didn't take it as a slight to you, or it didn't impact. It doesn't impact your friendship. It doesn't impact the way that you look at someone else. It's just not the right timing. But it doesn't mean you don't just completely write them off. You don't get the eraser out and start erasing name off the list or strike through it. You just say maybe later. And especially, and I love that you use the line, and I use this a lot, of you shared different characteristics or qualities that you saw in her.
mm-hmm.
And that's how you broke the ice, is you broke the ice with saying, hey, you are so outgoing, you have a great network, and people like you would be really good at what I do. Oh my gosh, thank you. Like, I mean, you use flattery, but it was genuine flattery. And so I love that. And then I can only imagine how you felt right after that. And obviously you go like this of going, what took you so long? And sometimes you do have to get over your own self-doubt and kind of get through the forest. So what a wonderful testimony of that relationship. So since then, how has Jen done since you helped her out? Have you had a launch party? What did that look like? How has her sales been? Share a little bit of what she's done.
Okay. I just want to go back to what you said about thinking about who you want to do life with and looking at your team and the strengths and weaknesses. When her name kept coming out to me, I thought, she's that, the fun friend, the friend that wants all the parties, has all the people over, is always very social. And that was a dynamic that I thought would be energizing for my team, which was another reason why I thought I need to reach out to her. So that is very valid. But since she joined on, she's been in other direct sales. So she sort of had a mindset already of how it works and, you know, the networking you have to do. So that didn't intimidate her at all. By the time I met her face to face to have a talk about the Getting Started guide and stuff, she had already written out goals. She had a list started of contacts who she was going to reach out to first. And she knew from my private group, she knew exactly what appealed to her and how she wanted to work her business. So basically, her knowing all of that, I was able to just come alongside her and say, this is what you need to send out your samples if you're mailing things long distance. And then do you want me to do a launch party for you? And she said, yes, definitely. I want you to do that. And that's basically, I do a demo, beauty break for her guests. And it's basically launching her business. So she's there with me. She's passing out the products and she's helping people sample things. And I'm just telling them, you guys are here because we're going to launch her business and you'll be her new customers, and she's going to take care of you and all your needs and questions. I'm just helping her learn how we share about the products. So we did that. She had 7 or 8 girls that attended. We just went through the skincare line because otherwise we would have been there till midnight. Everybody loves the makeup. And from that first launch event, she ended up with, I think she got 5 TLC from that event. and was just shy of that silver level. So she needed a little bit more volume to reach that silver, but she accomplished bronze right away. And the free product was very motivating to her. So we did that launch event, and then we've also followed up with, weekly kind of motivational calls where we talk about her goals and who she's reaching out to. And she really wanted to utilize a travel bag where it's a full-size set of the Core 4 that's in like a traveling bag with sample like Q-tips and stuff to get stuff out. And she'll give that to a friend for a day or two to try in their own home at their own pace. And then she follows up with them. So these are all ways that she's working her business. Since then, I mean, within the first 30 days, she hit silver and beyond. And she has, I think at least seven TLC right now. And she's doing.
I was just pulling it up, the update.
Okay.
$2,185 sold, $2,185 sold. She earned $379 worth of free product, and she has 7 new TLCs. And that's since Empower. I think she joined right after Empower, I believe. It was just a couple days after. So in just over a month, she has almost $2,200 in sales, 7 new TLCs. And what I like to liken this to, it's almost like raising a child. You can look at the child and go, oh my gosh, what an amazing child that is, or son, daughter, whatever it might be. But it is usually a direct reflection of how the parenting is. And so first, Carmen, I want to say congratulations to you. Even though she was very organized in her thoughts, it takes someone who has a desire and and to be able to be that leader for someone and to really partner with them. And it seems like that's what you've really done. I love that you did the launch party with her. One of the best ways that you can teach someone, and this is an old training method, is first watch me, do with me, do yourself. Watch me do it, then we do it together, and then I watch you do it. That's an easy way to be able to coach someone how to do something. It's really committing to 3 different things: is they watch you do a beauty break, you do one together, and then you watch them and give feedback. It really is an easy way to launch somebody into their business. And especially now that we're mostly virtual, it makes it super easy to be able to do that. It's not a 3 or 4 hour commitment of driving somewhere and doing all that. So Carmen, congratulations. That is really cool that you're able to find somebody to run together with in that way. And I'm sure that that's exciting to you. As talking about that excitement, obviously this is added value not only to your pocketbook, but also to probably just your inner pocketbook as well, and to your heart, your soul, and being able to impact others. Because whenever when I see somebody impacting someone else's lives, it gives you meaning in your life and really gives it a level of fulfillment that you're able to have on a daily basis. So what has that done for you, not just with Jen, but your True Aura business in general? And if you want to talk about Jen in specific, you can.
It's really, I guess, just given me the confidence to be more open with who I share the opportunity with, or who I just reach out to, really. I mean, all we're doing is inviting, right? When I started looking at it like I just have to give the invite, it's up to them to decide whether they're gonna take my hand and run with it or not. So that, having her, especially her reaction to when I asked, was just sort of a reminder, like, yeah, don't decide for people, let them decide, because we don't really know their inner situation or their life situation. And it's given energy to our team. It's exciting to see her succeed and cheer her on. And then, it just kind of empowers us all to really work our business and hit goals, because we see her hitting her goals. And it's been good to see the team grow, and she's going to have new ideas and bring different insight to our group as well. So that's exciting. it's making a difference in her life, which is probably more rewarding than my own income, is seeing her be able to pay off credit cards and do home updates and stuff like that, because that was really her desire from the beginning. So, I'm going to do what Pam did for me. I'm going to build her up and tell her that, I see amazing qualities in her, and just really help her be as successful as I can be.
All right. Well, take a quick minute and give her a quick, give Jen a message of, because we'll tag her in this and she'll be able to hear a message from you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'd just like to tell her that it's been a joy to work with her, to share the excitement with you. I'm excited that you're excited and you're sharing with more and more people. I definitely see that your friends and your circle of people look up to you. And I think you can definitely lead your own team if that's something you want, because they follow you, they appreciate your opinion, you are genuine and honest, and it shows when you're sharing with them. So just keep up the hard work, and it's going to be a ton of fun.
Awesome, Carmen. And Jen, welcome to the family. You're getting started great, and keep it up. Whatever success looks like for you, everybody's success journey is different. Everybody's staircase looks different. Stay on your journey, but define that success for yourself. Stay focused on it. Be able to have those goals in place and the behaviors that match up with it. Congratulations to you both. Another quick question for you, Carmen. If somebody's starting out, two different messages to a leader out there that's similar to yourself, or somebody who's just getting started out, what are those messages to them?
First and foremost, to both those situations would be consistency is key. And it's not so much the results you get immediately, but the time you spend in doing those money-making actions over and over again. So, being consistent, whether you're seeing results or not, eventually they will come. There's a time to sow and a time to harvest. And that's true with our business as well. And also, I think one of the biggest benefits was the mind shift from selling to I'm just offering solutions to their problems. So it really took away the fear of sharing with people, because I wasn't in it to sell something to them. I was in it to help them with their own skin concerns. So that really helped as a new consultant for me to think about it that way. Going into every single one-on-one consultation or beauty break saying, I don't care what the results are, but I'm going to share these products and tell them what it's going to do for them. So that was really, really beneficial for me. And I don't know, just keep at it. It's been a blessing to see it bless my life, but all others as well, when they fall in love with the products as clients and as well as new teammates coming on.
That's what a wonderful message. When you can disconnect yourself from the result,
yes,
it's easier to do the behavior, because you believe in the behavior so much you don't have to see the result. Right. What a beautiful thing. And you get into the problem solving for people rather than just selling.
Definitely.
Well, Carmen, thank you so much for your time. And I know that we'll have a lot of comments here. Please leave your comments below if you have any questions or how this has encouraged you. And Carmen, I hope that you're able to start thinking about some of those other people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while and go, oh man, what took me so long? So
yeah, sure.
Wonderful afternoon. And thank you so much.
Thank you.